Olá, bem-vindo você. Today we're gonna talk about the UMP45 VFC Gbbr because I have to. Yeah, haven't you seen the gameplay? Alright, the gameplay is already recorded. I dual wield two of these guns. The review is already up if you like to see that too. But that's it. Let's go to the after game where I tell you everything that's wrong with this. Alright, first thing, let's disassemble this gun. The only thing you have to take off is this pin right here. Push it out. And then pull your lower down and then back. You can leave this pin right here in a hole in the stock. I don't know exactly if this hole is meant for this, but Agent K has the history of making this kind of holes so you can keep your pins and not lose them. Next, fold the stock like so, and you can use the charging handle to pull everything out. Comes out the spring and the bolt. Let's clean this gun. Alright, with everything clean, you have to reassemble your gun. So it's the same process but in reverse. You put the bolt back in place and you put the spring and the guide rod in place as well. Just put your lower in. Alright, you're done. Just need to put the pin back. One of the easiest guns to disassemble and reassemble ever. Alright, on to the reason why you're all here. Let's talk about what's good and bad about this gun. Well, there are two things wrong for me with the selector switch. The selector switch has 3 firing positions aside from a safe position, and the last position, which is full auto, it's way forward and I cannot reach it comfortably with my thumb. I have to rotate my hand if I want to do it with my thumb, and to pull it back I use my trigger finger until it's on semi, because it's not very comfortable to put it forward without it, and the thumb, I believe it's the finger intended for that purpose. Alright, second reason why this selector sucks for me. In semi, which is I use the most, as you can see here, it's kind of an elevated selector switch, which makes it easier to access it, but it is kind of high, and when I put my hand here, this rests exactly against my knuckle, and when you shoot, and this gun has quite a recoil because it's fully plastic and the bolt is full metal, and that makes the recoil a little harder. Every time it recoils, it hits this part of my hand and it hurts a little bit. Doesn't happen with a glove, but I thought you should know. Another negative thing for me, it's the bolt catch. This little part here is supposed to pull it up fast enough so we can lock the bolt back, but eventually this bends a little bit. I'm going to show you later, and eventually it's not so reliable due to use. Here I can show you this is an empty mag and it doesn't lock every time. Let me show you guys. No ammo, and well, not locked. But since it's so light, the pressure that it makes up, sometimes it does not lock open, so it's not that reliable. Right, and here I'm gonna show you why that happens. Let's try to lock it open. Alright, first try. So it locked open, and now let's try to put it down. It was supposed to go down and release the bolt, but it doesn't do that. And even if I press it here, yeah, it doesn't go down. And that's because it's already bent. And I'm gonna show you guys why that happens. I had to pull it down manually, and here's why it happens. I don't know if you guys can see here, but this bolt is bent, and I straightened it about 273 times, and every time it happens again. And as you can see, the plastic in the place that it's supposed to hold it, it's already damaged and dented. And here in comparison, the right one is a newer one and the left one is an older one. You can see clearly that the left one is bent and has already dented the plastic that's supposed to hold it in place, so it's not very strong to actually hold it well. Alright, I'm gonna do the action here myself so you guys can see it. I'm pushing the bolt catch and letting the bolt go forward, and as you can see, barely the bolt pushes it up and forward. Let me try to show you guys this again. You see, he pushes it forward, and that's why it bends, and that's why it locks. Alright, let's move on. So let's talk about the bad hop-up adjustment place of this gun. As you guys saw on the review, the adjustment of the hop-up is made here through an Allen wrench. So it's Allen wrench, I don't know, Allen driver, I have no idea. So you easier way it was to put it like this and roll it around, but it would obviously not go through the barrel, right? So you use the wrong way, so you can do it faster, and no, you still cannot go through the barrel. Alright, nitpicking. This pin right here, it fell on the ground 2 times during game. Luckily I found them, but this gun I disassembled a lot, so maybe that's just me being a pain in the ass. I don't know if I can show you guys, but there's a little piece that put the barrel exactly in the middle of the outer barrel, and mine, I already lost it. Mine, I mean the older one, I already lost it. It just failed about 2 or 3 times while I was shooting at home, and eventually I shot some time and lost it forever. Alright, this magazine is the worst thing about this gun, and for many reasons I'm gonna show you why. The spring here that's supposed to put the BBs up, it's way too strong. It's really strong, and as a result I had to make this. I kind of took a speed loader and glued the specific tip for it, and to fill it I put it in one fast and strong movement, because if you fill it slowly with a normal speed loader up to the 20th 21st BBs, it's really hard to fill it, so you have to do it in one movement. Alright, there's one thing that I've been wanting to test on this gun, I haven't up until today. It's that this gun has a recoil intensity adjustment, and I've been told that it also influences on the FPS. So as you can see here, this gun is chronoing about 350 FPS with 0.25s, and I'm gonna test this. Hang on. Alright, so here's supposedly the adjustment, and it's these 2 screws up here, down here, exactly. Actually, you're supposed to unscrew this and slide a little bar here up and down. Well, since this adjustment is outside the nozzle, I seriously doubt that it would do anything to the FPS. Maybe it can do something to the recoil, but not the FPS. But not, who knows? Let's try it. Alright, so let's test it. Now that I changed the position of that thing, let's chrono it again. Let's mark in 354. Let's see how it goes. It didn't record. Still nothing. Alright, 345. 10 FPS of difference after 3 shots. Nah, I don't think it does anything to the FPS. Maybe it does to the recoil, but I definitely cannot tell. So FPS, no. So like I said, this magazine is the worst, and MP5 and UMP45 by BVFC, it's not that great in magazines. Just wanted to point out that I made a video just trying really to fix it. It's superficial, but I really made a video trying to fix it. I'll probably put it up in the description, down in the description, so if you want to check it out how to do it. So here you have 4 screws that hold this little metal plate in place, and this is already done. And you have an O-ring there, and it's not even an O-ring, it's kind of a piece of rubber that is specifically shaped to hold the gas in place. This piece of rubber kind of goes around the center here, and around the screws, and around the spring of the follower spring. It's just a stupid rubber designed for this, and you can find it nowhere. Alright, so not a bad thing. Do you hear this? Yes, this is a little metal tube that's in the base plate, and sometimes it get out of the socket and rattles around in the magazine. I think this is have something to do with the gas and liquid form something, but doesn't make any difference, and it just is a pain in the ass too. Alright, so here, pretty simple, pretty quick. I'm not gonna do, but I'm gonna show how to take off the hop up and the chamber, everything. But it's a pain in the ass to do, so I'm just gonna tell you how to do it. You have to take off the hop up adjustments piece, just unscrew this, and it's a pain in the ass to put back, just so you know. You gotta take this pin off, that I told you that fell off in game, but I've taken this out 2 or 3 times. Then you put something to cushion this, and something to hit against it, just so you can get the whole barrel and hop up chamber off, and you can change whatever you want. And to put back is the same process, but like I said, it's a pain in the ass to put back, so I'm just gonna tell you how to do it, and you're welcome, by the way. Let's move on. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you why I use these rails and I don't use the left side rail, for a very simple reason. I'm gonna show you why. Let me just put the rail back. Alright, I just put it back like it comes from factory, and the reason why I don't use this one is because when you pull, whatever the way you use to pull back the charging handle, it always hurts my finger. Once again I say, without gloves, actual gloves, not this ones, but without gloves, it hurts, it's not comfortable, it's not fun to do it, so I just take it out because I don't really use the left side rail anyway. So let's garand thumb this. It's mush, and you hit a wall and click. Alright, let's see the reset. Mush and click. Once again, hit a mush, slowly, then a wall, click. Reset, just click short travel. Alright, so this gun has all the original markings by Heckler & Co., the warning signs and everything. The bolt have the Agent K .45 auto, which is just like the original gun, and also why I don't use those curved mags, because it would kill me. And that's it. Last thing I have to say about this gun is that the sling mount on the gun is not for every sling, so you might have to adapt. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. I already have the game down below. Like, subscribe. Like I said, the game and the review are down below. If I recommend this gun, uh, if you want the UMP 45 in GBB, like you have no other option, oh sure, get this one. But if you like just want a gun, I want some gun. No, I wouldn't recommend this. It's not one of the best guns I have, and I had two. So here's G.P.Airsoft. Like and subscribe. Já já tem mais.